Hey guys, what's going on? Bios Ramos, and rest in peace to the Miami Dolphins of the NFL. They're now 1-5. They just lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 20-23 in the last second field goal. Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Miami Dolphins have lost 5 straight. After starting 1-0, they haven't won a single game. And yes, I understand, Tua got hurt. He came back today, and he played well. I wouldn't say he played out of this world. I wouldn't say any of that stuff. But by no means should the Dolphins have been in the position to lose this game. I don't care if Devontae Parker and Preston Williams are not playing, Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. I don't care if those guys are not playing. You should not even be in this position against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And yet, the Miami Dolphins find themselves there. And you may want to ask, hey, Austin, why is that? Dumb play calling. I'm done with the offensive play calling. It is so horrid. I mean, I understand we can't get a running game going. That's fine. Don't run the ball on 4th and 1 when you've been passing the ball all game and doing it relatively well. But no, on the most crucial play of the game, 4th and 1, I think about, 2 minutes to go in the game, and you run the ball? Come on. You run the ball 24 times in a game, and you get how many yards? 70. You run the ball 20 times and get 77 total yards. It's not horrible, but you're not getting any value out of this. You pass the ball 48 times and you get 354 yards. That's pretty good. Keep throwing the ball, especially on a crucial 4th. I don't care if it's 4th and 1. Throw the ball. Find someone. We've been running slants and short outs every play in this game, and you stray away from that? Come on. And not to mention, I mean, you drive down the field, and then for some reason, Jason Sanders misses, I want to say a gimme field goal. It was pretty far, but he was wide left. Like, a lot of these plays just come back to haunt the Dolphins. So that missed field goal comes back to bite the Dolphins. So let's get into some stats. Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins went 33 of 47 through 329 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I think the interception was really dumb. Jacoby Brissett got in for a play, faked it as if he was going to sneak, and then threw a 25-yard pass, which was pretty good. Trevor Lawrence, 25 of 41, 319 yards, 1 touchdown. He was sacked twice for a loss of 7 yards. Miami's rushing leader was Malcolm Brown, 5 carries, 24 yards. Longest was 16. Right after him was 2 of 3 carries, 22 yards. Savon Ahmed, 7 carries, 22 yards. And then Myles Gaskin, 5 carries, 9 yards. Myles Gaskin is not having a good year at all. And then for the Jaguars, it's very simple. It was only 2 guys who ever rushed. And it was James Robinson, 17 carries, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, 2 carries, 11 yards. Receiving, Mike Gesicki was the Dolphins' leading receiver, 8 receptions, 15 yards. Longest was 32. And then Jalen Waddle, 10 receptions, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Matt Collins was right after him, 4 receptions for 61 yards. Marvin Jones for the Jacksonville Jaguars had 7 receptions, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Jamal Agnew, 5 receptions, 78. And then Laviska Shenault, 6 receptions, 54 yards. Yes, I understand you're not playing with your best 2 corners. It's still no excuse. Fumbles, Zach Sealer recovered a Trevor Lawrence fumble, and then Myles Gaskin recovered his own fumble. Defensive leaders, we have Jerome Baker, 8 total tackles, 5 solo, 3 QB hits. Right after him is Andrew Van Ginkel, 6 total, 5 solo, and 1 pass deflection, 1 QB hit. And then for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Damian Wilson, 12 total tackles, 9 solo. Rayshawn Jenkins, 10 total tackles, 7 solo, 1 pass deflection. I mean, just ridiculous. Nevin Lawson had 1 interception for return for 11 yards. Really dumb interception, honestly. Just ridiculous. Kicking, Jason Sanders, 2 for 3. Longest was 33 yards that he made. And then extra points, 2 for 2. Not horrible. But then you look at Matthew Wright, 3 for 3 on field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. Matthew Wright, well, Jacksonville Jaguars had not made a field goal all season long. not made a field goal. I don't know if it's because they barely attempted them or they don't even get in range, but somehow in this game they get in range enough for 3, especially the one that wins them the game. It's just ridiculous. And then punting-wise, Michael Pardley had 4 punts, 158 yards, 1 touchback, 2 in the 20. Longest was 59 yards. Then Logan Cook had 4 for 152 yards. 1 was in the 20. Longest was 45. Okay, the final punt that the Dolphins did. Should it have been ruled a touchdown because it looked like his left index finger just nicked the ball? Possibly. But are we here to say that it did happen? Officials said no. Officials weren't that great this game. All right, some team stats. Dolphins had possession 32 minutes and 40 seconds for the Jaguars, 27 minutes and 20 seconds. You had way more total plays. I mean, the Dolphins shouldn't have even had 68 total plays, the Jaguars 62. I mean, the Jaguars shouldn't have even been in this game. 23 first downs, 21 first downs for the Jaguars. It was just a horrible outing. So, all that being said, what were my keys to victory? Be consistent. They were, till they weren't. They were consistently throwing the ball, then throwing it well. And then you stray away from that in the most crucial part of the game. Just a blood vessel is about to burst in my head right now. Like, it's just that ridiculous. Second one. What was the second one? Protect quarterback. Tua didn't get sacked. And when he got out of the pocket, he went and slid down. He protected himself too. So that was very good. Last but not least, get to Trevor Lawrence. He slightly did that. I feel like those missed plays, like this team last year would have been bringing down the quarterback. This year for this team, it's not even close. They get to the quarterback and don't have the chance to bring him down, and it's just really upsetting. And at this point, the Dolphins are in sole possession. If the Lions ever win, they're in sole possession of the number 1 pick in the draft. And they don't even have the draft pick because they sent it to Philadelphia. It's a long season, guys. There's one extra game this year, and it's going to hurt the Dolphins more than I think it's going to help them. So this is just very unfortunate. Dolphins lose, final second of the game, 53-yard field goal from Matthew Wright. So that's pretty much it. I'm not even going to go further into this game. It is just a ridiculous showing, and yeah. So see you guys next week.